My name is Peter Mitchell, and I am the owner. We started in 2021, and it was mostly as a way to make extra money. I had developed a skill over time. I started baking bread in 2014. I got a sourdough starter from a local Facebook group in the community I was living in at the time, and then in 2021, kind of told my wife that, hey, I want to try making some bread for the community, and maybe we could make a little extra side cash and put it into a retirement or savings or whatever. And then out of that, we posted in a Rapid City to Go Facebook group. It was kind of a group that was made during COVID. And all of a sudden, what I thought was just going to be a couple loaves a week was like a 4-week wait list straight out the gate. And we were just in our home. So for the first year, we baked out of our house. And it was as many loaves as I could make a week. And then from there, we signed a lease and we opened our first storefront on Omaha Street the following year. And that's kind of how we kind of got everything off the ground. So when we first moved into our first storefront on Omaha, you walk in the doors and you're big-eyed and like, wow, look at all this space. And then you quickly, as a baker, don't realize how much space baking equipment takes up. And we very, very quickly ran out of space, ran out of refrigeration space to just do everything that we wanted to do. So that kind of led us to start just looking into some options. But I kind of ran into the building owner of this location right after he had purchased it, and I kind of told him what we were all about, and he was super excited, and it just kind of worked out. And so this just allows us to be open more. It allows us to do more. Right now, we're only open 4 days a week, but that's 2 days more than what we were open before. And so we're hoping to get open even more after that. But just kind of with everything, you need people, you need time, you need more. And so we're working on getting open more. But on a normal week, it's probably between 500 and 600 loaves a week that we're making right now. And our pastries, we probably make several thousand a week. Hundreds of cinnamon rolls a week, hundreds of our cardamom buns a week, hundreds of different croissant varieties a week. So I would say on the bread front, it is just our plain sourdough. It is by far the most, I would call, user-friendly, most versatile. It is very basic, but delicious. It's crusty, it's soft. As far as our laminated pastry goes, I would say one of our more popular is our morning bun, which is our laminated croissant dough, baked in a muffin tin and then tossed in a spiced cinnamon sugar. Super flaky, really buttery. It's good. The place to get any info from us is our social media. Facebook and Instagram. We try to update it as regularly as possible, even as far as to let people know when we're sold out and things like that. We do our best to keep people as up to date as possible. Right now, one of our newer menu items is our pasties. We have 2 of them on the menu right now. One's a sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast pasty, and then the other one is a curry chicken lunch pasty. Both are phenomenal. Those will be rotational. The breakfast one will probably stay the same, but we might do like a steak, egg, and cheese or a bacon, egg, and cheese. But the lunch one will be rotational. We're looking into doing some other flavors or some other different ones in the future. Those are really, really good. Our coffee is new. It's new to us. We haven't had coffee before at our old location. We have that now, and it's fantastic. We're using Cafea roasters from Sioux Falls, so a little bit different of a coffee profile here in Rapid. But yeah, I'd say those are the 2 things that we haven't had before that I would highlight now. So the one thing that I would say is that I think bread and flour has gotten a bad rap over the last couple of years, over the last probably decade. I know a lot of people have gone gluten-free and different things like that. But the one thing that I would say to that is we make bread the traditional way. We make bread how human beings have learned how to make bread since wild yeast was discovered. And the one thing about the way that we make bread is it makes it easier to digest. And so we use our sourdough starter for everything, not just our bread. We use it also for our pastries. So that long fermentation process also makes our pastries easier to digest. So if you have any sort of gluten sensitivity, I'd say give it a try. Now, if you're a celiac, stay away. If you've noticed in the past you've eaten bread from the grocery store and it just hasn't settled well with you, come give us a try. Maybe you can introduce bread back into your life and get to enjoy it again.